So we need glass to produce a bunch of those. So for glass, we need to get some rocks. There we go. We got a little wee bit of titanium ore from that. That's pretty nice. We will need that. We will need that desperately later on. Titanium is usually, at least in my experiences, the reason why you leave your homeworld. You start needing titanium more and more, and eventually it's just best to go and set up a supply chain for it. There we go.
Insufficient.
Alright, now we should be able to build... We'll just build like 6 of those. And we'll build a bunch more wind turbines. There we go. We got a nice little basic supply chain going on. We already have 300 of these guys. I mean, it's not a lot, but, you know, it's a fair amount. It's a decent amount.
Insufficient.
Let's go ahead and also build a couple of these guys. We'll get 2 more of these set up over here to produce things a little bit faster. So the game wants me to build a Gauss turret and insert ammo into it. We could do that.
Insufficient materials.
I might be building a little bit too much, though. Especially because we're almost out of fuel. Well, I guess we're just going to go clear-cut the forest. Might as well, right? Yeah, those hydrogen cores did not last for very long. It's okay. Alright. Just go ahead and shove more of these hunks of wood into our fuel tank. We will eventually get more efficient ways to fuel our ship. It's just something that'll take a little while. There we go. And we can stack them to the high heavens and produce 3 times as many matrices from one area. Excellent. But I think our power is suffering because we did that. But that's why we built a bunch of wind turbines. So it's a never-ending cycle between, like, going around and improving, like, your production, and then working on this kind of stuff. And powering it all. At least until you get a Dyson Sphere. Shockingly enough, having the entire power of a sun at your hands, it makes, you know, powering your little dinky planet things fairly simple. Who would have thought?
Replication complete.
There we go. Alright. So, we do got a Gauss turret now. I guess we could just kind of plop it... I mean, they come from this direction. I'll just kind of park it over here, I guess. I don't know. Why not?
Insufficient materials.
You've built a Gauss turret.
I sure did.
This is a defense facility. It consumes ammo and...
Is it a defense facility? I didn't know that. Thank you, Jarvis.
You can either directly build Gauss turrets on conveyor belts that are built on the ground, or use conveyor belts to string Gauss turrets together.
Wait. It consumes ammo and energy to strike enemies within its range. You can either directly build Gauss turrets on conveyor belts that are built on the ground, or use conveyor belts... Huh. We may have to test that. What is this? 5-second burst mode.
Turret is short of ammo.
Turret?
Most turrets need ammo to fire. Click on a turret to open its panel and replenish ammo manually. Of course,
Okay.
it'd be better to
Alright.
constantly supply ammo with conveyor belts.
We got. I thought we had ammo. Let's land. We're almost out of power. Here, we'll build like, I don't know, 100 ammo. Why not? So I guess what the game is telling me is that you can like chain together a bunch of Gauss turrets along the same conveyor belt, which I guess is pretty neat. All right, so here's another assembler, and we'll also have that. There we go. Oh, what happened here? Keep producing those. Thank you. There we go. We've built the Gauss turret and inserted ammo. Oh, we're so good at video games. There we go. And this guy will be that. Okay. Guess I should have done that the other way around because we'll have this like loose participle at the end, but it's okay. There we go.
Replication complete.
All right, we already have 300 of these cubes. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So what can we do with these? I mean, we could do pretty much whatever we want with these, technically. We can upgrade our logistics systems, get Mark II sorters and splitters, which we can use to like separate items on a belt. It's pretty. Wait, no. Traffic monitor. Is that what that does? Designed to distribute cargo to different conveyor belts or balance out multiple conveyor belts. Filters and in-feed and out-feed priorities can be set on any port. Yeah. So you can use those to like funnel multiple things into a point and then separate them out. We could research steel, which we will need. I mean, we'll need all of these things at some point. Combustible fuel. As a fuel, it can effectively combust and generate enormous energy, while as an explosive component, it can be used to craft shells and explosive ammo. It should keep me busy for some time. I don't know how much I'm going to be playing this game. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the game. It's a lot of fun. I've played it a lot in the past, although not for a few years now. The primary reason why I'm playing it now is just because, I mean, I needed something chill to come back to. I didn't really feel like this high-stress environment of Caesar 3 or like the last late-stage Majesty 2 missions were really a vibe that I wanted to deal with. Okay, let's research some things for us, shall we? Cosmic exploration. View or distribution on the planet. That's a good start. And then I also want this guy. Well, do we want that guy first, or do we want drive engine? We're not even close to that yet. Maybe we just get cosmic exploration for now. We'll put that in the queue. All right, so how are we looking here? Seems like we're struggling to get... That would be why.
You've unlocked universe exploration. Now you can click the detailed display.
There we go.
button at the bottom
Turns out to
right
actually
corner of the
use
screen
these circuit
to
boards, we
enable
have to
real-time
actually
distribution.
use those circuit boards. There we go. Alright, now we can click the detail display button at the bottom right corner of the screen. That's what, this guy? No? Here. That's... Real-time vein distribution? That's pretty handy. I never realized that existed. Power grid. I don't really think we need the power grid on all the time. But I think I am going to keep on vein distribution. We got some crude oil right there. That's pretty handy, I think. But we can also click on here now, and this is the main reason why I wanted this. And we can now look at all of the resources on this planet. We have 8 million units, or 8.5 million units of coal, 4.5 million units of stone, no silicon, no titanium, not really a lot of copper. You're spending the day getting your Tyranid Prime finished up. Just the last detail to do, then you can get the last unit of the patrol drone. I haven't been doing much this week, unfortunately. I was off all week and I have done absolutely nothing. And yeah, 3.4 million iron ingots. But hopefully, once we research a little bit more, we'll be able to go to other planets to collect these resources. Alright, now we have all of these matrix slabs powered. Excellent. Nothing wrong with being lazy? Yeah, but I wanted to get a bit of a... I want to stream. I want to play games. I don't want to just sit around and decide to be useless for a while. I gotta do things. Anyway, I have another much shorter vacation coming up in October. Maybe that one I'll be able to get some more time to myself for gaming. We're gonna get this coal. Why are we getting this coal? We're going to get this coal because I need some sort of energy output. Between 40k painting and doing games, I think your time is pretty much consumed. Yeah, same. I spent basically the last 2 weeks playing Outer Wilds and doing thumbnails for Outer Wilds, which took a lot longer than I expected it to, considering what I decided to do for the thumbnails for that game. I basically did the thumbnails, like all the thumbnails, and then I didn't like them, so I had to redo them. And I don't know if they're really better, but I've kind of just given up on obsessing over getting it right, and I'm just gonna kind of go with it. It is what it is at this point. There we go. Let's shove this coal into the fuel chamber. Excellent. We should actually probably come over here and collect some of this coal. The struggle of thumbnails. I don't usually have that much trouble with thumbnails, but the problem is that Outer Wilds is such a spoiler-heavy game, and I'm afraid to show anything for fear that it's gonna like show too much. I don't know. It's a unique problem to have with that game in particular, because even like some of the like mechanics of the planets can be considered a spoiler. There we go. Perhaps even the fact that the different planets have mechanics could be seen as a spoiler, although not really. The fact that each planet is unique is not really in of itself a spoiler. And a lot of it...
Abnormal dark fog signals detected. A significant statistical correlation exists between the density of these signals and our power consumption. On this planet, dark fog is monitoring our energy fluctuations to determine how much threat we pose to them. When this threat peaks, they may launch an attack. The upper left corner of the screen shows the cumulative threat to each hive.
That's this area. So our threat is increasing based off of how much power we're generating. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, like it's just a unique game that I want to do credit to, or I want to do not credit, but like okay, that's really cool. That was not in the game. I don't think that was in the game the last time I played it. So, like, you can, like, increase and decrease, like, how high you build. Like, you could build, like, super high into the air to, like, compensate for things, right? And the last time I played the game, you had to do it all manually. But, like, you can see there... Also, this isn't close enough to the building. Get rid of that. You can see there, when I draw the outline for this conveyor, it automatically compensates for that. That's really nice. That's a really nice quality of life feature that was not in the game the last time that I played it. Okay, we're just gonna feed this ammo right into this. We should probably just, like, create, like, an ammo storage depot here, too. But we're not gonna bother. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna, like, build a bunch of turrets, and hopefully that'll be enough. We won't have to worry about it too much after that. So this is the direction the dark fog came from the last time they attacked me. Will they come this way again? I don't know. That's kind of the weird thing about, like, defending a planet from attack. Like, they could come from, like, they spawn from... What, I think it's over here. I don't know what this is. What is that? I don't know. They spawn from here. So, like, they could attack from the... Where are we? Oh, I bet those are the poles of the planet, maybe? Yeah, that must be. Where are we? Okay, we're here. So, like, they're on almost the exact opposite side of the planet. They could attack around this way. They could attack around this way. It's why I'm kind of trying to, like, build in this direction so that I can just set a line of Gauss turrets here, and then I can, like, backfill a little bit. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know what's going to happen or how it's going to work. Oh, we can't... Oh. Okay. This is fine. I'm gonna do something like this. Yeah. And we can run this straight through. What other object are you colliding with? What? Isn't that the point? Hold on. This is being weird. Collides with other object. Oh, you can only do it in a straight line? So we'd have to, like, get rid of this guy. And then we'd have to, like, rotate them? Ah. Okay.
Upgrade complete.
And then do that. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. And we can set up that guy like that. You know, like a nice little block of resources flowing through here. Why isn't this... Why... What's going on here? This seems like it should work. But it doesn't seem to be working. All right, let's do it like this then. There we go. Now, will this work the way that I think that it should? Yes. Okay. So I have no idea what was going on with this cannon, but I think we could just put it right back. And then why is this producing so slow? Oh, I think it just needs a lot more copper. Which we should be able to do that. We should be able to produce a lot more copper. In fact, we should be able to just, like, pull more copper out of this. Yeah, so that'll double the rate of copper coming in. And then we can also do something like that. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And then all those guys should now have both power and ammo. And we have plenty of cubes. We have almost 1,000 cubes. They're only the blue ones right now. The Blurple Berry Special. But we got them. We got them. Alright, so we can now see the resource distribution in the entire solar system. Honestly, I just wanted this function so that we could see the star map. I think we can, like, unlock the camera. I don't know. We can just kind of click through here. So we have a gas giant, which is the gas giant that we're orbiting. How do we unlock? Stop. Let me scroll. Let me move. Don't rotate. View indicator. All right, it's whatever. And then we also have this planet. So this is the other moon in this sort of binary planetary system here. This planet has a crap ton of titanium and copper on it. Okay. Alright, what is this? It'd be great if I could move, but apparently we're not able to move on this map. Can we just zoom out? No. Whatever, it's fine. Let's just keep looking at this angle. So then we have this planet over here. It's a lava planet. It also has relay stations from the hive. This guy has a lot of titanium and a little bit of silicon on it, which is kind of nice. I don't really know how this rates as a planet. I like that this one has titanium on it, though. That seems pretty nice. And I also like how close it is. So we can just, like, transport titanium straight through. The first time I played this game, there was another planet in the system way out here in, like, the outer orbit that I had to fly to in order to get titanium. It was actually kind of painful. So, you know, hopefully this isn't as bad. I don't know if that was a change they did. Maybe they changed the starter system to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Robust? Because of the dark fog? I don't know. So we need to research some technologies. We also need some of this, though. Let's see. I know we need drive engines. So we need engines and we need coal. So how do we get engines? Is that this one? Yes. Okay. We can do that. It's kind of off on its own. It's kind of in a weird little spot here. So for that, we need, let's see, the coils and the copper, which all come out of here. We should be able to make that work. We can bring the coils from here over. We can bring the copper from here over, and we can set production for that over here somewhere. That shouldn't be too bad. Alright, I am going to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. We'll sit over here so you guys can watch the blueberry cubes slowly flow into the depot here.
Research complete.
All right, and I'm back, and we've unlocked the power of the engine. Sounded way more excited than I am for that. I want... What do I want? Is it... The heck is this? Plasma extract refining? Okay, that's a little bit above my pea brain right now. I know we need electric motors. I also know we need... Where is it? These guys. Energetic graphite. Which... Yeah. So, this may be a little bit confusing at first, but it's not that bad. So, you see there's... like 2 recipes down there, right? One is very simple. You can just make these by smelting coal into the energetic graphite. The other one's a little bit more complicated, but we're probably not going to do a lot of those for the time being. Basically, it looks like you feed oil and hydrogen into it, and you get energetic graphite and hydrogen out of it. I don't know. We'll have to look at that a little bit more closely. We'll probably be able to do something with that eventually, though. Alright. So, we need these engines.
Insufficient materials.
Then we'll just build a bunch of these. We do need more iron, though. What I'm working on right now, or what I want to work on right now, is just working on our mobility and our energy production, our core energy production. I don't want to be, like, limping around and having to come back and refuel every 5 minutes. So it's probably a pretty good idea to get that stuff resolved now.
Replication complete.
There we go. Actually, can we use these organic crystals as fuel? Yes. I don't really know if it's worth using it as fuel, but we can. Why not?
Research complete.
Alright. So, over here... I don't really know how much we're going to be using these engines. That's the problem. But we might as well set up an assembly for them. Because why not? It sounds like something that would be pretty useful, and maybe even more useful as the game progresses. So we're just gonna set this up like this. We're gonna have this come out and go over these guys and come in. There is absolutely zero forethought going into my decisions with this production. Once we get things set up, once we get off planet, we'll think a little bit more about like trying to make things a little bit more efficient. But this is just always going to be a gross mess. Eventually, we'll abandon it for something a little bit more complex or sophisticated. Go. And then that should produce engines. So another thing we can do here, and I don't really know why we don't have it set up this way, or why I didn't set this up to begin with. We can just kind of plop these guys back in here. And set up a little conveyor like this. We need a bunch more of these. And we can just kind of feed these in here. And we can set this to research. So we don't actually need our inventory to be like filled up with cubes to research. We can just have this guy research instead, and it's a lot more efficient, I guess you could call it.
Insufficient materials.
It looks like we're gonna need more solar panels, so it's all good. And we're just gonna have just like a basic thing here. Nothing fancy, nothing special.
Research complete.
Just whatever we need to keep the lights on, basically. Yeah, so if we look in here now, we can look at energetic graphite. I don't know why I tried to call it graphene. Okay, I can't actually see any other recipes. This is the only recipe I could see for it. So basically we can smelt coal into graphite, which we can then burn for fuel. And when I first played this game a long time ago, this was my like fuel source for such a long time because it's so easy to make. It's so easy to produce. So we're probably gonna do that actually, at least for now. See, there's a coal vein all the way over there. Okay. Go ahead and just build a bunch more turbines here.
Replication complete.
So this is gonna be a little bit weird because the coal veins are so far away. They're all the way over here.
Replication complete.
And if the dark fog attacks from over there, we're going to have to move these defenses. We may have to spread those defenses out a little bit. Having like a aggressor in the game to like attack you definitely like puts some more considerations in. Let's go ahead and get the research for titanium as well as the upgraded logistics system. These Mark II sorters, very nice. And we also want to get... What are the things that we want to get again? Where is it? There's so much stuff here. These. We want to get these. Proliferators. The sooner we set this up, the better. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to get that, and then we're going to get these semiconductors. So proliferators are weird resources, and the sooner you get it set up, the nicer your life will be. So proliferators are magic. They are a magic resource in this game. You produce them and you feed them into these spray coaters, which go on your supply lines. And functionally what it does is it lets you use your raw materials more efficiently or better.
Research complete.
Thank you. I definitely needed the steel smelting technology. I probably should have waited on that. So if you read the text in here, when sprayed, cargo is used as raw materials to make the next level products. It can yield extra products or speed up production. However, it also increases the power consumption. So by spraying proliferator juice on everything, you can functionally get more product. You can see 12.5% extra product as well as a 25% production speed up. But it does consume 30% more energy to do so. I believe it improves its efficiency even more later. Yeah. You basically want to spray this juice onto everything. You want everything to have proliferator juice all over it. That's the way it's gotta be. And that's probably the way that we're going to have it set up. And the sooner you get like your own special like supply line for that stuff, the better you will be. And the happier you will be. So specifically, unlock energy matrix. Produce an energy matrix using a matrix lab.
Research.
Aren't I already doing that? Hold on. Does it mean like the next tier? It wants me to produce the next tier of Yes, it wants me to produce the next tier. Okay. We're working our way towards that slowly. Okay. Alright. Where are we? So we're still feeding cubes into that. That's good. Getting these semiconductors. Right. I was going to get the drive engine. Because I want to be able to fly. I wish for the power of flight. I think it's important that I get the power of flight. It'll make our life so much easier. We are about to get our next dark fog attack, so we'll have to keep that in mind, but we should be fine. So we're gonna collect a bunch of this coal, and we're just going to bring it back over this way, basically. But we'll still need, like, Gauss turrets to defend us. I hope these Gauss cannons are good. I'll be a little bit sad if they're not. We'll put, like, a splitter here, so we should have... Yeah, so we can do splitters now. And then we'll just kind of split the ammo to come this way as well, and we'll create just, like, a line of turrets right here. So we need 150. Okay. Should be able to make that work. It would be way better if we actually had some mines down on these coal slots, wouldn't it? We'll just build like 10. We'll just build 10 mines. It's fine. We have plenty of stuff. It's just getting it and researching things. Researching things is our main bottleneck. It's the main bottleneck in the game, so it makes sense. And we'll collect a bunch of extra coal just so we can shove it into our machine and produce more energy. Because I believe that flying requires more energy. Could be wrong about that, but it makes sense.
Replication complete.
There we go. All right. What's the best way to do this? We're gonna need a lot of coal. So I'm probably just going to shove like two miners on this. Like that. And we're just gonna feed all of this back. We're gonna feed this back this way.
Insufficient materials.
Yeah, I need a bunch of iron. Which there's a bunch of iron right there, but we also have a bunch of iron all the way back here. This is why we need to get the mobility upgrades for our ship so that we can move around more quickly and collect things. There we go. See, so we also want to put a splitter here. Can we just put this over? No? They didn't quality of life that yet? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we could put the splitter in.
Replication complete.
A splitter.
Oh, Jarvis,
It can
I
split
forgot
the
you
cargo
existed.
Passing through or manage the cargo on multiple conveyor belts.
Yeah,
The
we know
splitting
how
speed
splitters work,
depends on
Jarvis.
the
It's okay.
conveyor belt speed. Press tab to switch between different patterns. Click on it to set priorities and filters.
Yeah, and then in theory we can go in here and we can set these outputs to whatever we want. We only really have like one thing outputting here though, so it doesn't really matter. I don't want to prioritize either side. I mean, I guess we could prioritize that side. It's not a big deal. Here, let's try this again. Yeah, so there's different... Hold on, how do we switch between these again? I know there's a way. I know the game told me the way. There's a button that we can press to get, like, different... What is that? I don't even know what that angle is. Is it... Okay, it does say, it says right there, tab. So we could get, like, a double stack splitter that does like two conveyors on top of each other. You can also get like a... Oh my gosh, these hotkeys. You get like a double stack for two like parallel conveyors. We can get like a vertical splitter like that. We're probably mostly going to be using this splitter.
Press space twice to lift off, and then press the direction keys to move the mecha. In flight mode, mecha speed is boosted by 150%, and energy consumption is increased. Press Alt to land the mecha.
Yeah, so we can fly now. Oh, look at that. We can fly. We can fly, chat. Look at us fly. That'd be so handy. We completed our first flight, our first achievement at flight.
Materials.
We're gonna just kind of build a handful of those guys. So I know we're going to need more power. We're just going to produce more power. We're just gonna run our power lines this way, like that. There we go. It's a little bit obnoxious to have this, like, overlap between our power grid and our production, because we kind of have to work around both of them, but we'll make it work. Probably. Yeah, so we want to pull all of this coal back this way. And probably even connect it to the same thing like that. Here's the thing, we're going to need a lot of coal. We're going to need a lot of coal. And especially like this energetic graphite, we're gonna be filling this up pretty quickly. I think we need energetic graphite for these? No. But we are going to want to produce a lot of these electric motors, because we'll need a lot of those as well. I mean, let's be honest, we need a lot of everything. We just need a lot of everything. And basically what we're doing right now is just setting up like a basic setup so that we can produce some of this stuff rather quickly. Alright, so we can fly. We need to get these energy matrices so that we can go to different planets, I believe. Yeah. we also need this. Basically, anything that we can use blue cubes on, we might as well queue. What is this? Unlocks auto reconstruction marking. I don't know what that is. +1 construction drone. That's pretty handy. Increased inventory capacity. Increased move speed. A mecha core upgrade. There's just so much stuff. Tetrahedron, yeah, Dyson Sphere Program. I am not very good at this game, at least the efficiency part of it, but I do like this game. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played it since the Dark Fog update, so this whole combat system is brand new to me. So that's gonna be fun and chaotic and probably a little bit depressing, but it's okay. Actually, let's go this way with it. Yeah. I'm probably way overbuilding for like the basic tier Dark Fog on this planet, but I'm paranoid. I'm scared. So we should be fine with that. How's Silk Song going, Tetrahedron? I know you were looking forward to that game, I believe. I think so. I know you were pushing for me to play Hollow Knight, which is a game that's still on my list.
Flight mode.
Alright, now we can just fly around like crazy people, so that's fun.
Upgrade complete.
You're stuck on the final... So, I read that correctly, that you said that you were stuck on the final boss.
Replication
In my mind, I was like, you're stuck on the first boss? But no. It makes a lot more sense that you're stuck on the final boss than the first boss. These are not angled the correct way. Let's try this again. There we go. Well, hopefully, you know, taking a small break from fighting it will let you come back to it stronger, faster, smarter, and more powerful. Sometimes just taking a break, relaxing, and going and playing something else can be super nice when you're stuck on something like that. The game's pretty hard, but the final boss is an insane difficulty spike for some reason. Well, you know, they got a Dark Souls yet, right? They can't make it easy on you. You know, it's their baby. They've been working on it for 30 years. Okay, maybe it hasn't been 30 years, but... Either way, you know. This may be way too many smelters, but I remember struggling so hard with this energetic graphene. So, copy, paste. Copy, paste, paste, okay. Wait. Oh, I just have to hover over it. Okay, that is pretty nice. I can't deny that. So we got this dead spot right here. That's okay. All right. Or maybe your build just sucks? Nah, it's probably an insane difficulty spike. You're probably not wrong in that assumption.
Insufficient materials.
I have also heard through the grapevine
Production
that it's a very
facility has
difficult
stopped
game.
running. If it's not due to a power failure, check if products overflow, or
Product
if there aren't
overflow or
enough
not enough raw resources.
These may cause facilities to fail. Plan your factory in a reasonable manner.
I'm not planning anything in a reasonable manner, Jarvis. I'm bad at video games. All right, let's see what's going on. It's probably... It's probably this. It's probably seeing that we have all this ammo here and it's not going anywhere. Which we can probably fix that just by putting a storage building here. Which, should we have done that before? Probably. But it's fine. There we go. I really need to get upgrades for these drones. These drones are not cutting it. Okay.
Replication complete.
There we go. Alright, we should be able to build... What are we missing for building this? We're missing the gears. Yeah. Well, and just iron ingots in general, which we can just kind of grab a bunch of extras. We do have, like, 2,000 iron ingots, so we should be good. There we go.
Flight mode.
Yeah, we definitely want to upgrade basically all of our sorters to these Mark II sorters because they are so much better. And that's what we're gonna do. Here, let's adjust this slightly. There we go. And we can just feed the machine. Excellent.
Dark fog cluster is launching an assault.
Well, I'm hoping that our defenses can handle it. Here we go. So this is going to be the first time that our actual defenses are going to be involved. Are they actually just going to sweep up through the middle? I mean, it's fine. I'm here. But, yeah, maybe I should have built some turrets over here as well. Let's see what they do. Yeah, they're literally just going right down the middle. That's completely fair, actually. Okay. So, I mean, this is a pretty easy fix, yeah? We just kind of grab a few of these, and we put them right here in the middle. Like this. We'll have to put some Tesla towers over here, but that shouldn't be too difficult. Yep. Perfect. So do these guys only carry 5 shells? Yeah. They don't actually carry that much. That's okay.
Your vein is almost depleted. Ore reserves
You're out of
in
fuel?
each
I
vein is
am
limited.
out of fuel.
Once exhausted, the supply of raw ores can no longer be guaranteed, which will adversely impact production lines. Exploit new veins for replacement.
But
Additionally,
that's part of the reason why
upgrade
we're
vein
producing all this
utilization
energetic
to reduce
graphite.
ore loss.
Because it makes okay fuel sources. Just kind of shove these guys in here, and suddenly we have 1.58 gigajoules. Delicious, delicious gigajoules.
Replication complete.
So this is actually super not efficient. We're actually not even using these last 4. So we're going to go ahead and we'll cut this off here. Man, your 2400 strange annihilation fuel rods? No, I'm not even close to that. I cannot even begin to comprehend what those are or how to use them. This is just big baby time for Dyson Sphere Program. Yeah, so I think what the game is telling me is that these iron veins here are starting to run out. Which is fine, because we have a whole bunch more iron right here. Okay, so what do we need for this research? Wood and coal. Okay, we can do that.
Flight mode.
I need to start remembering that I can fly. Sometimes it just slips my mind, you know? It's like it never even was a thing.